Adam gets his big break, Luca takes a hostage, and Hillary outs Neil. All that and more coming up on this week's Restless Wrap-Up.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Hello, everyone. This is the sound we love to hear week in and week out. You over there with the dance
I know.
moves already.
I'm ready. It calms my soul.
It does, and it hasn't changed in over 11,000 episodes.
Yes. Okay. So now, if you were to get married, would you walk down the aisle to this? Because I fantasized about that.
I would. If I was a regular cast member, absolutely. I was on the payroll, yes.
Yes.
Well, as you know, we are here with the Restless Wrap-Up. I'm your host, Kiera Giavanni. And just like every week, you can find me on all social media at Kiera Giavanni. But I have my lovely, beautiful co-host to my left.
Beautiful. Wow, thank you.
I'm feeling generous today, so tell us who you are and where we can find you.
I had to dress it up because, there might be a wedding, there could not be a wedding, but I'm wedding ready in Genoa City.
Absolutely.
I'm Alexander Rodriguez. You can find me at Twitter and Instagram at On The Rocks On Air. Find out more about me at OnTheRocksRadioShow.com. Yes!
I wait for that every single week. And I actually read comments. They were like, we actually say that out loud
Oh my God, how
Alex
nice.
every week. Look at you.
Thank you so much. I could never change to a .org, so
No. So before we get into the actual storylines, I kind of just want to talk about the whole 11,000 episodes and how beautiful that was each week that we started off with moments from the past from characters.
So beautiful and so well edited. We get to see footage from the past. We get to see how they talk about each other. The really touching moment for me this week was when Eric Braeden talked about
Melody Thomas and their whole relationship.
And he got a little misty-eyed, and it was so beautiful.
Oh, when he talked about Katherine Chancellor.
Totally.
Yes.
So great. And, we forget these people have to live and work with each other pretty much because you're on set for how many hours a day, through the script changes, through hair and makeup. Their cast is their family.
Yeah, they probably spent holidays together. It's really great to see that. But who was missing from that was Sharon and Nick. And that was a little disappointing because they've worked together over 20 years now, and they have a lot of history.
Yeah, but I think that they're rolling this out from here until the actual 11th.
Okay. I'm hoping because they
we're
had
gonna
some
see
great moments.
Everybody. And I forget, we look at Michael as the lawyer, the goody two-shoes.
But he wasn't always.
Right. And then did you see that flashback to him? He was sweaty and there was a little nipple showing.
Right, and then he built a tunnel to Christine's room and all that. I was too young back when that was live, but it was great to see those clips.
Yeah, and Cricket, we forgot Cricket started, when she was young and her parents created the whole episode.
The whole show. Imagine that.
Oh, but you're right. I love that episode, those montages, and it just gets you prepared to be part of Genoa City, and it's part of our lives.
It is. So speaking of part of our lives, what is your favorite Y&R moment?
From this week, or
no, throughout
in total?
history.
It's got to be when Nikki and Victor just hold each other.
Yeah?
Yeah, because it's just always such a throwback. Well, wait a minute. I loved the Jill and Katherine fights, especially when Esther would get involved. Those are pretty damn good, especially when they would throw water on each other or fist fight. So I think it was Katherine and Jill fist fight.
I love that too. I would have to say Drusilla.
Drusilla. Oh,
she came in and
Drusilla.
She was fiery.
She was fiery, and at the time, having her role was great. Going through some
changes,
and some of that. She was drama. She was gorgeous. I love Drusilla.
Gorgeous. I do too.
In fact, that's a great name, Drusilla. It's like a Disney villain / princess.
I know. It's kind of like Dalmatian-ish.
Yeah. Speaking of sexiness, is your outfit even allowed on YouTube?
It's a crop top. I think that's legal.
Crop top? I'm seeing some crop circles right now.
Well, put me on the best dress list.
Yes! Girl, you got it on fire today.
Oh, well, let's get into the storylines from this week. We kind of have a lot to talk about.
We do and we don't.
We do, but we're going to make it work.
Okay.
Starting with Adam. Adam gets his big break. How crazy is that? No, he went from pleading guilty to getting 10 years to breaking out.
You know, but like, what happened to his psychotic episode? It was like a day. Like, he got some food in him, and all of a sudden he's back.
Right, it was not eating that did it.
Okay, well, but it was like, again, in Genoa City time, 2 days turns into like dog years. It's like 28 years.
Absolutely. So, do you forgive Victor now? Do you think that this is his way to make everything right?
No. I mean, Victor knew what he was doing. He wanted Adam to pay. It backfired on him. And there was a good point that was made this week. Is like, Victor brought in that lawyer that was gonna help and get rid of Michael, and she was like, you know what, I'm not stepping into this. He was talking to Chloe, and she's like, Victor's kind of losing his power. Nobody would ever have said no to Victor at any point, and I feel that he's lost his grasp. Even though he has the journal pages back, he is not the all-powerful, omnipotent like he used to be.
You're right.
And he really doesn't have any strong partners, and people are saying no to him, and he is not on the winning side lately.
He's not, but he still has his ride or die woman by his side, Nikki. We will get into that later.
Yes.
I love it. I know people are kind of torn, like, she needs to grow a backbone, but...
Yeah, but she's become that character, and you know, one of the fun flashbacks that we were talking about was when she was like the stripper, and it was
oh my God.
oh, Nikki!
How
Nikki,
gorgeous
Nikki.
was she?
But then again, we see that comparison with Adam and Chelsea. They get to that point, and it's like, come on, couple. Mm-hmm. But then we see that Nikki is just as devoted to Victor as
Yeah, I want to read some things in the chat. They told us what their favorite moments were. So Nikki B said, my favorite moments in the past is anything to do with JT and Colleen. They were why I became addicted.
Really?
No, that's that's what Nikki B said.
Yes.
Love that. Taylor Jones said, my favorite moment ever was the hospital scene when Cassie dies. So sad.
Oh, very sad.
That was sad.
Very sad.
But it's great to see her back on the show as Mariah. She, like you said, she's a great actress.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Well, Luca has got a hostage.
Luca.
And his true colors came out.
You know, his balloon has just burst. Like he's
backed into a
crap
corner.
creek. Yeah.
He is so in a corner. I'm like, is he on his way out? Because that's where it's leading right now.
Well, if you listen to some of the fan rumors and some sources, either believe them or not, is that Luca, the actor, is on his way out. My thing is, like, how sad their, like, engagement party was. Yeah. They didn't have any friends, obviously. Even their friends are so sick of Summer and Luca. It was all family. Don't you think Summer would have? Yeah, don't you think Summer would have some of her, I don't know, yoga partners or some friends? I mean, literally, there was no friends there, and Luca doesn't have any family.
Literally, Summer and Luca against the world, apparently.
Well, that was very apparent. And I want to know, how creepy is it? Well, you know, we get to the final scene where Luca's like, "Don't leave me, Summer." Jack Abbott lets himself into the apartment with a key. Did you see that? I wrote down, I'm like, creepy stepfather.
He knew something was up. He got that stepfather instinct.
But why wouldn't it have been Phyllis to go see what was going on?
That's a good question.
And why would Jack open the door? Why wouldn't he just knock on the door? That was creepy to me. That was like Jill going up and looking in on Billy. Like, it was like, Jack, you're a little creepy.
They've been working together for years, so it might have rubbed off onto Jack.
Ugh.
I don't know, but I just thought that was crazy when he grabbed Summer and was kind of taking her as a hostage. I'm like, really?
Because we know Luca doesn't care about anybody but Luca. And he doesn't, I mean, no, he thought he was going to be working for Victor, and...
Yeah,
no.
That's out.
Everything's just...
And then when he admitted that he sabotaged the oil rigs, like, womp womp, who felt sorry for him?
Now, why do you think he admitted it? Because I think that he could, it would still be his word against Travis's.
Travis, true, but he just feels like Summer wants to hear that. You know what I mean?
Just be like, oh, I'm so sorry I messed up.
Yeah, and he knows, you know, I can smooth that over later. Let's run off to another country and get married.
No, but legally, like, Newman Enterprises can go after Luca and sue him and put him in jail.
True.
So Luca could be in jail with Adam. Ooh, that's a scene.
Adam is out.
Well, yeah. For how long, though? I just thought it was just weird.
We know Justin Hartley has, you know, his other projects coming up.
Yeah, but then I heard some new news that I think you're going to share, which makes me think, you know, like what's happening?
Yeah. Someone, Nikki B said, Luca is a snake. I suspect he will be the next one off to court. Yeah, I could see them drawing it out in court, and then something happens.
I can't deal with another court drawn out thing. Like, I just can't.
Court has been going really, really fast in Genoa City. So.
Okay. Does Nikki B think that Luca is sexy in any way, shape, or form? I think I'm the only person on Earth.
Nikki B, let us know.
I think Luca brings a sexiness to it. I think lately his characters become very one-dimensional.
Yes, always on the defense.
Yeah.
Whereas before, they would hang out at the pool, drink iced tea, everything was good.
Be shirtless.
Oh, well, Chloe and Kevin, their park scene. I felt there was a genuine spark there between those two.
Oh, I think that they have great chemistry together. I think that storyline, there could be a future there. But with all this other stuff going on, it's like, do I care?
That's the thing, is do we care?
Yeah.
And we know ultimately it's probably going to lead to heartbreak because Chloe's a kind of selfish character. You know what I mean? She's out for herself. I don't think she really loves Kevin.
You know what, though? She is out for herself, but herself also has her daughter involved.
That's true. So
Yeah,
she does
she
want
wants
a
to be a
family
mom,
for
number
Bella.
one. Yes.
And everyone keeps asking, is that her real off-screen daughter? Because they look so much alike.
Yeah,
And they
I
have
did the
great
research, and it's
chemistry.
not.
It's not, right?
But that's just...
That little girl is so cute.
She's a great little actress. She can feel the energy of the room and respond to it.
And her facial expressions, and she looks sad. And...
Unlike some other child actors.
Hey, it's not time for shade yet. Stop it. We are sunny here in AfterBuzz Studios today.
But then, we still are dealing with the Kevin and Mariah. Nerdy Girl, I think, is just out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Until
she's gone.
that storyline opens up where she's probably Chloe's sister, and then we'll see her again.
I think Kevin, he's going to have his heart broken. He just looks like that puppy dog. He's always going to have his heart broken, not knowing that his true love is his best friend. Although we did see a flashback to when they actually got jiggy with it, and it was terrible.
Oh, isn't that the worst?
Yeah, but you know what? Give it a few chances.
Okay, you're right.
How
many chances?
I would say 3.
Viewers, how many chances do you give a guy
or the girl?
Yeah,
I mean,
in the bed.
Yeah,
until you just say, you know what, we have no chemistry. This doesn't work.
Right.
Let us know.
I mean, there's some people that just it's like. Just later, it's like, hello, move, like, do something. But plus, if you're having relations with your best friend, it's going to be awkward the first couple of times because you're going to be laughing and there's going to be that energy. So, I think that they need to try.
I get it. To answer your question, Nikki B in the chat said, yes, he is very sexy.
Okay, Nikki B.
Okay. Aaron Brody says, I can't believe they're getting rid of Luca. So we kind of have a 50-50 split with people who want Luca, people who don't. He can go for me.
Well, I hope he doesn't go too far.
Hey.
It just...
You and your double entendres, man.
I know. No, but it's these sexy young men. We're dealing with the older generation that are tried and true, like Jack and Victor. But let's face it, they want to appeal to a main audience, so they're going to have these young, sexy players, which we saw. We saw Noah come back. We saw Romalotti Jr. come back.
Oh, gosh.
So, I don't know what's going on with that mustache.
Oh, man. Okay.
But and Travis, obviously, I mean, bringing him back was just, it's been a whole different energy.
And it's great on the eyes for everyone.
So great on the eyes. The actors obviously have been working out, and in those tight little boat scenes, which that poor camera guy, I don't know where, there was one shot, it was literally Travis's chest, and it was like, okay, well, that's the scene. But he's been working out, and when he came in like a wrecking ball with that
He
did.
Suit. He was like, I'm here for Victoria. Whatever you need from me, I got you.
And I loved how he wore his suit, by the way.
Yes. Did you expect his return? Or did you think
after
I didn't. Their sex scene
that
they
really
were
did.
done? Yeah, I thought so too. And she would have to come back and say, you know what, I'm ready for the kids and I to go on your boat and kind of skip town for a little bit. But obviously... he has some other plan going on. That
took me by surprise, and I'm really happy at this point when Young The Restless surprises me. I was a little surprised with Lucas suddenly like, okay, Summer, then I'm going to, be bad. I wrote down, though, on where would Victoria's kids fit on that damn boat?
In the bathroom?
I know. Bathroom that doesn't work?
Or no, on the deck.
So look at sunburn.
They would just have to have life vests on in case,
And we can see from Victoria and Billy, nobody in that family's getting sun. Okay.
Hey, no shade. It is not time for that.
No, I love it's porcelain. It's gorgeous.
All right, let's talk about Hillary and Neil. Like I said, Hillary provided receipts. It wasn't just hearsay.
Yeah.
She pulled out those letters from the top drawer. Like, she's just been waiting to
No, it's like, oh, okay. Especially with somebody that moves around a lot, you would think she'd be like, now, where did I put those? No,
it was right there at the top. So, I mean, if you're going to start trouble, that's the way to do it. Have your facts in order, have your receipts. I love it.
So obviously we're going to be expanded on the whole Neil family and what's going on.
And my question is, do we care? This is a man in his, mid-50s? Do we really care about his family upbringing at this point? He's already who he is.
You know what? They need to expand the storylines, though. We had this chat before. It's like things are just like, God, the pace was so good for a while, and now it's just like, oh my God, it's the same 3 stories saying the same things to the same characters. So they have to branch off with this, and I know it mixes in with that $1 million donation that Hillary got. I think that's from somebody from the Neal family.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we know Nichelle Nichols is coming up.
I know, so it's great for Star Trek fans. I know you guys would love to see her on screen, but it's just like, he's grown. Whatever happened in the past happened. You guys have a beautiful family moving forward. Devon, Lily, they have a cool little family dynamic. Why are we messing with that?
But there's a lot of drama in the family, and they brought up a good point. When the kids were putting together the family tree, it's like, not only do they have to wade through all of this, like, double marriages and cousins marrying cousins and what's happening.
That family tree scene was so awkward.
It was.
As a parent, you'd just be like, oh, I can't. Just color in the lines, sweetie.
So I think, for a loving grandfather, he would want his grandkids to know ultimately where they came from, to see if there's any struggles that they need to deal with, such as mental problems, gambling problems, alcoholism.
Well, we know alcoholism is in Neil's background, so that's a good point. Demo Katabi said, I really want to know why Neil disowned his family. I'm very curious. So I guess people do care.
It's going to be some bad story of either abuse or alcoholism, I think, is going to play a major part. So I think he's going to have some reckoning with that story, and then it'll make him a stronger man, I think, and maybe it'll,
moving on to his 60s.
Yeah, he'll be ready to date. Plus, he does not look that old, by the way.
No, he doesn't.
Mm-mm.
I mean...
That family ages really well. We got to see Devon without a shirt this week.
We did! How did you like it?
Okay. It was nice. It was nice. He's just like, he's little. I'm a bigger person, so I can't have something so little. It's like a Keebler elf.
He's a little short, but...
Oh, I don't mind short, but... No, but it was cute. It was cute to see him not stuffed in a suit. And suits, I said, why is Nick still wearing a suit? Is he still working?
No, but he's Nick Newman.
Which, he looks great, but, put him in a tank top.
No. They do tank tops and stuff when they have their family outings. I don't know where Faith has been.
Yeah.
In these past couple of episodes.
Yeah, and I miss her because she's a good little actress.
Nick. Yeah, she is.
Yeah, but it's like, he's wearing a suit and wandering from office to office, and I'm wondering why. And how is he paying his bills?
He doesn't need to. That is
a savings
Nicholas
account.
Newman.
That's true. Okay. All right.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. This is the black card, and it's good. It will not be declined, like some other people.
Oh, you know what I was going to say about Neil finding out about the family? It might soften Lily up, too.
Yeah, she's been
Lily's
very hard lately.
Yeah, and she's just kind of, grumpy, and,
then
I think she's
with Kane
lost.
off balance with his whole family situation, they're just not...
Yeah.
It's not working.
And King Daddy back.
Mm-hmm. Colin! We'll talk about that.
Yes.
All right, so Nikki. What do you have to say about Nikki this week? I know, like I said, I saw some mixed feedback with her whole ride or die by Victor persona. People are like, she needs to wise up. He's hurt her time and time again. Why is she okay with him doing this to his son? But I think this is just what Nikki needs to do at this point. They've been together forever. She knows him like the back of her hand. And when she asked him, did you frame your son?
Yeah.
And he admitted it, I was like,
yeah.
Well, then you have to stick by him at that point.
I was surprised by that.
Yeah.
Which again shows us that Victor is softening up in his older age, and he's kind of, I don't know what he's doing. He had that really emotional moment with Adam, and that took me by surprise because Adam put his hand on Victor's hand, and I was like...
Yeah, oh my God, you guys are really father and son.
Yeah. If I wouldn't have known Nikki's whole future with Victor and that she has been against Victor and she did want the divorce, if I wouldn't have seen that aspect of her and the fact that, she's lonely too. Her kids are all doing their own thing. Nobody's going to visit her.
That's true.
So Victor's her guy. She's going to die next to his side and that's okay with her. And I'm almost okay with it to a certain point.
Me too, just because, like you said, I saw a lot of growth with Victor. So I'm like, if he can grow this far, there's more to it.
Yeah, and he genuinely does love her. Mm-hmm. Even months ago when they decided not to get the divorce, that was a really nice scene. Mm-hmm. And you just see that affection, But Victor...
we've seen Nikki change a lot ever since Katherine Chancellor died.
Yeah.
Because she kind of looked at her as this motherly figure. She got that motherly advice.
Yeah.
And seemed more grounded in her relationship with Victor. So now we see who the real Nikki is. She is a little bit weak, and he did save her from the pole years ago, so she kind of has this, indebtedness
You
to
know,
him, if that's a word.
And there's something when you come to your a point in your life when you're always used to having your parents there to talk to about your problems or to help you with your problems. Nikki is now the matriarch of that family.
She is, yes.
So with that comes, nerves, and it's like, maybe she's tired of being the matriarch all the time. Maybe she wants to go on vacation.
Vacation would be great.
Yes, maybe she can pick up some new outfits.
Hashtag take Nikki to Turks and Caicos.
Yes. I wouldn't mind to see Nikki have like a little fling with the gardener. Like that would just
Or a lifeguard.
Yes. Just something fun for Nikki. Nikki needs to also be fun. When she pulls it out is when she gives like some shady comments here and there, like when she told Sharon that she was vacuum. That's when we get to see the old fiery Nikki.
Yeah. You're right.
Plus, can we talk about her being like a secret agent for Victor?
Oh, I love that when she told Chelsea, hey.
And she brought the cell phone?
Yeah, she was like, there's a cell phone.
I love that. Because then we got to see, the family is coming together for this operation. But where can they go from here, though?
So, obviously, Chelsea and Connor would go meet up with Adam. It's probably a jet waiting for them, and they just disappear.
So they're going to be gone? Because, he'll be back in jail.
They're going to come back, but for now, they're gone. Probably go meet up with Bethany, whatever island she picked. Didn't Victor give her some advice about that?
You guys are fighting me on this? I'm telling you, Bethany's dead in a ditch.
No, she's not. No. Dead in it? No. That girl's too smart.
Remember, we have a bet on it.
She just got $3 million.
But he's going to take it right back.
No,
Victor's not going to do that. And Victor's not going to be minus $3 million. No.
He doesn't need it.
I know, but he's still not going to let somebody like Bethany walk off into the sunset with $3 million.
Aw, Demo Katabi said, this is my favorite after show.
Oh.
Yay! Thanks for watching.
How sweet.
All right, so we talked about Nikki. Let's talk about Mr. Romalotti Jr. returning to Genoa City with a mustache?
Now remind me. Now, I am old school, Young The Restless. I remember the original Danny, Romalotti, with Cricket, and they were the couple of soap stars. And then Danny Romalotti, the actor, I forget what his name is, went off to play Joseph in The Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat on Broadway. And, he was all over the place. And he was a cutie patootie.
Yes.
So now this is Romalotti Jr., but it's Phyllis's kid. So can you remind me about, how that, and there was drama too between him and Mariah?
There was drama and a little shade come in with that situation, but, we'll talk about it when we get into predictions, but I see more heating up over there.
Now, was it sexy heat up, or was it
It was awkward heat up, but I think it'll turn into sexy heat up.
Thank God. We keep pulling in from Mariah, and they let her wear a sexy outfit this week too. They did,
finally.
Not best dressed, but
it was
it's
best
on its way.
Dressed contending.
Yes.
Absolutely. So, people said Daniel's mustache was like a porn star mustache.
I heard porn stash is I think the actual term, and they made a joke about it, so he must be acting in something that he needs it for as the real actor. But, makeup...
Something, and even just the way it was tucked out at the end.
But you know what I did? I loved his energy coming in. I loved the chemistry we had with Phyllis. Phyllis was like, oh, my baby. That was so sweet and nice. And I just love the energy that he brought, unlike Summer's other brother,
Noah. Which we will talk about that. But it seemed like him and Noah kind of traded energies. Usually Noah's a little more reserved. And Daniel's outward with his opinions. It was so weird to just see him welcoming the whole situation with Summer and Luca, but maybe he has another plan.
Well, and he's been out of it too. He generally hasn't heard anything.
Well, no, Summer went to go visit him. Remember, Phyllis set that up a couple weeks back.
But exactly, so Summer's going to be like, I love this guy, and blah, blah, blah. Right. He has a shady past, but, I'm happy, and he saw Summer so happy, and that's probably all that matters to him. He lives far away from Genoa City for a reason, and that's to not get involved in the negativity and the drama.
That's true. And when everything backfires, he'll probably be the one Summer leans on. And, okay, I get it.
I think she'll take a vacation to go stay with him for a little bit if she escapes this. Wah, wah, wah.
Noah. He's going to save the day for me.
When he walked in that room and he came in with that purpose and those sparkling eyes.
When he told Phyllis, put that dress down, you won't be needing that.
Yeah, and I loved. He's like, why are we pretending this is gonna happen? You go, Noah. We've been asking for the writers to make Noah a bigger part of the story.
Yep.
He's a great actor. He looks great, and I think he's important to this family dynamic.
I do too, and he was drinking. And had a lot to say and wasn't afraid to say it. I love that.
What I didn't like is that he was kind of by himself. He was off by himself, and nobody was really listening to him. He was like, hello?
Because I think everyone's just tired of it. They're like, she's going to do what she's going to do. You know, you're a fresh pair of eyes to this situation, so yes, you have more emotions and feelings about it. But we've been seeing her, go in and out. Let's just get through this wedding.
You're right, because Phyllis has been working against the wedding, and she's like, it's just going to happen. And he's like, you're right. He's like new on board. Okay. All right.
Nikki B said, I love drunk Noah. Didn't we all?
Yeah, because I think drunk Noah, he can cause some damage and look good while doing it.
Right, and doesn't he remind you a lot of his parents? Schick.
Oh, yes,
I think
Schick.
Schick, Sharon and Nick. Not the razor.
Schick.
Schick.
I love that.
I do too.
I can get down with Schick. That was Schick.
I mean, it's not beating Tricky, Travis and Victoria. Tricky, Schick. Tricky.
Tricky Schick. Tricky Schick.
Oh, so, okay. Remember the whole Marissa thing? Like, where was she? Why didn't she return with Noah to Genoa City?
Budget.
A budget? Or is she just over him? I don't know.
She's just like, over it.
Yeah, I didn't see her. But, and then he's kind of partly responsible for this whole Summer and Luca hookup, because had he left her alone when he found out that she was married, they wouldn't have been together. Lucas would have went back to Spain with her. Yeah. And Summer would be in the clear.
You know what? If Luca was to have a contemporary against him, I don't think it's Travis. Travis is too much of a puppy in love, and even though he came in and saved the day, I don't think he's as strong, and he's not willing to be a dirty down player like Luca is.
Yeah.
Noah is. Mm-hmm. Noah will fight till the end for his family, and he's got more invested, and he's got that past. But you're right, he's got that fire from Nick and Sharon.
Schick.
Yeah, he's got that Schick power.
So he's got that entitledness from Nick and that whole Newman side, and then he's got that good liar, cover-up, deer in the headlights Sharon personality.
He'll bash him up the side of the head with an owl.
Lie by any means necessary. So that's a good little combo. I thought...
Yes.
Phyllis's seeds were going to be a little stronger, Summer, but like we said, we need a paternity test. That cannot be Phyllis's child.
You know, Phyllis is just, she's such a question mark for me, and I go back and forth. I don't know where her mind is at. One point, like, she's selfish and all that, and I'm not her biggest fan. But this week, she really just kind of, like, stood back, and I don't know. And then her following again after Billy and being jealous.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Phyllis.
She's just not setting a good example for Summer.
Yeah, totally. Not
at all. Well, Victoria and Billy. She kind of let her guard down with him, huh?
Yeah, she really did. And I like them now as friends. I know I had thought that, maybe the romance is going to come back. Mm-hmm. I like them as a power couple in terms of running a business and being really strong friends. I don't need that romance for me to get the benefit of that relationship.
I don't need it either to get the benefit of the relationship, but I think a good closing would be just do it one more time and then both go your separate ways, and then we never have to deal with that again. Jill will be satisfied. Everyone will be like, okay, at least they gave it another try.
And to that point, it would be a fun moment. You know how he took a picture of her snoring in his office? It would be fun for them to have another night, and then for them to have that awkward, God, it wasn't that good. I thought I remember it better. And then the other person's like, yeah, me too. And then they have like pancakes.
Right.
I like that. I like that idea.
That she opened up to him and said, yes, I am sleeping with Travis. Maybe he can confide in her about the whole Phyllis thing. Oh. Now that she's, can't be judgmental anymore.
That's a big gamble.
It is a big gamble, but who are you going to trust more than the mother of your children?
And you're right. It's like, I showed you mine, show me yours in terms of what's happening with my life and where my feelings are. And the fact that she felt so safe to say how she felt about Travis. Mm-hmm. Who else does she have? She's not going to tell Nick. She's not going to tell anybody else.
Nikki or Victor. Everyone's so judgmental, but he has his old shady past, so...
Yeah.
But I hated how she offered for him to sleep on the couch when we know what she's loaded. Like, where's your guest room? Why does he always have to sleep on the couch?
Oh my God, I cannot believe you said that, because right after that happened, I wrote down, I'm like, how many bedrooms are in this house?
Right. You have, what, 2 children, a nanny? There has to be another room for Billy. But she came back with the blankets and the pillow, and he was out.
Now, why couldn't he even say, you know what?
No, I'm not going to say
that's just rude, or leave a note saying thanks. Got to run or something. But that's
him.
Billy being a little jerk again.
Right.
Little guy, he's homeless.
Thinking about himself.
P.S. The house has been remodeled, fine. His mom is very strong, fine. She has her husband there, fine. You are the man of the house. Act like a man somewhere. You know, even though he has his ideas of brash and sassy, he's still not taking it by control.
No.
Victoria's bringing in the ideas.
Phyllis is saying, I don't want to be with you anymore.
Yeah. Billy, when are you going to be a man again? That's all I have to say.
Hashtag be a man,
Be
Billy.
a man, Billy. Be a man, be a man, be a man of fun. Okay, there we go.
Oh, karaoke is after the show.
Why not karaoke?
So in the chat, a lot of people are talking about Jack. Lynn Johnson said Phyllis needs to make up her mind, either try to make her marriage work with Jack or come clean with her relationship with Billy. When's Jack gonna wise up and see the truth?
And how long have we been saying this?
Yeah, we've been saying something needs to kick into gear for Jack. And he kind of romanced Phyllis this week, and we're like, oh, okay, I could see it working out.
He's always romancing her.
Yeah.
Even, remember for his birthday, he brought the gifts, he brought the food and the champagne. You know, he did have that nice moment where he gave Billy the cufflinks, John's cufflinks, because we know John's coming back. So I thought that was a nice moment, and then I thought we were going to have movement from that. But
we'll have to wait until John Abbott returns. Like I said, he'll come in a dream sequence, kind of tell Jack what's going on, and then everything will come to a head. But in the meantime, what about Jack and Billy scene together, where Jack was kind of telling him, he was like, when someone's working behind your back against you, it's bad enough, but when it's family, nothing hurts that much. And just the guilt on Billy's face was just unbearable to watch.
It's the same kind of guilt when Nick and Dylan talk about secrets in the family and how it really hurts, and Sharon's there like, oh God.
Secrets? What secrets?
What secrets?
Oh, wait, I think I hear Sully crying.
But again, and I know our listeners have said, it's like, come on, Jack.
Yeah.
Get it together. And you know, Billy, again, is such a jerk to know what's happening, to even sit and feign this sincerity with Jack. Billy, you're a bad boy.
And just giving advice that comes from literally nowhere.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, everyone's saying, be a man, Billy, be a man. I need John's ghost to show up.
Yeah.
Predictions.
And you know, maybe we just talk about it now. I've had some listener comments, and I know you have had some comments, and we even talked about it before the show. The show was going along at such a nice clip, like a nice pace. And this week was really slow for me.
The action kind of happened on Friday, whereas before it would be Tuesday, Wednesday, and I've already found my shade. You found your best dress.
Yeah.
Winner and loser has already been apparent.
But this is the third week of it being on a slow pace for me, where there's big events that have happened. And I wrote this, how many stories and how many scenes are the people saying the exact same thing to each other, such as Chelsea telling Adam, you know, fight for it, you know, your family. Adam saying, I don't want my family to be around this.
I get it, but to our show's defense, you know, I hear that other soaps have been a little slow these weeks too. So maybe we're just gearing up for a big change.
Well, I hope so, because all the players are there. You know, we have returning cast members.
And we have some good couples that can turn into something else later. So that's always a good thing. We need people who are going to be the Victor and Nikki's, 20 years from now.
Yeah.
So.
But this is what I just have to say. If my Facebook feed is more interesting than what's happening, then my attention's going to go. And, we're gearing up for 11,000th episode. Let's put it out. Let's speed things up, and let's finish some storylines. Let's just finish
storylines. But then on the flip side, we do sit here and say, well, we want them to do a little bit more character development. Oh, give this relationship time to blossom. So, I mean...
Oh, right. Okay. But don't say the same lines that you've said to that same person for the previous 3 weeks.
I can get with that.
Okay. All right.
But we're trying it here.
Okay. Okay. I like that point. You know me. I just want everything.
Yes, but sometimes you gotta just ease into it.
Wait. Okay. All right.
Yes. Let's see. What else did we miss?
Oh, how about Adam literally saying to Nick, hey, why don't you be with my wife and my kid?
Man, and like I said, I've been predicting this for weeks.
Have. And
Nick
I was like, there's no way.
Yeah, now we found a way. Well,
I was like, Kiera, oh, you were right.
You was right. Yes, I was. But then what does that mean for what's happening with Chelsea and Adam and this whole FaceTime? Now we're going to meet up. Now that makes sense. Adam will have to go back to jail or something bad.
I don't think Chelsea's going to pick up the kid and run to where he is.
No?
I don't think so.
I think so.
And if you're a good mom, you're not going to do that.
But she wants Connor with his dad. So
but then he's not going to be in school. He's not going to, are they going to go to a different country?
Does he even speak?
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Sign language.
That Connor every time he's in a scene with somebody, I'm like, Connor don't care.
He's Victor Newman's grandson. He'll be okay.
Oh. But, it would have been a nice moment between Nick and Adam if I just wasn't over Adam giving up and being such a little brat.
Yeah, the whole giving up thing doesn't do Adam's character any service.
No, if you're a father, you fight for your kid and you give him a good example, not hands off, it got a little too difficult.
But in all honesty, if anybody were to raise a child, it's Nick Newman.
Oh, of course it is
Nick Newman is father of the century to me.
And he lost his kid. His other kids are living in other households. So you're right. He would be a great father. He's got the time.
He does. He has the time.
But then he and Chelsea would be a really sexy couple.
He would. And it would give some other angles to her character because I'm tired of her just, okay, Adam, whatever you want.
Adam.
Oh, now she gets to be lively and be a woman and do her hair and
pay attention to her designs. Obviously, she's a great designer from, the clues that we've seen and all that.
Summer's wedding and all of that.
And she's, like we said, she's kind of the Nikki Newman. It's like, girl.
Yeah, but sometimes it takes the right person or the right man to bring, the best out of you. And then she can bring the best out of Nick. They can raise his kid together. And he'll start talking.
What if Victor is devising some weird story where he says that Bethany kidnapped Adam from all that, and so everything is still blamed on her?
That's why he wasn't really, blinking twice when she said, I want $3 million instead of $1 million.
Yeah.
Because the price was low for whatever he's about to do. $1 million wasn't going to cover it, and $3 million isn't either. It's going to cost her entire freedom.
And what's he going to do with Adam? It's not like he can literally take care of him himself.
Yeah.
Because they're already on Victor's case. Oh, I loved how he showed up at his own house. He was like, I was taking a nap.
No, so then that brought it to me. I'm like, okay, where is Adam? Is he on the Newman Ranch somewhere? Is he in a cabin?
But they're going to come back with a search warrant. He can't be...
But hopefully he'll be gone by then. That's why they said, okay, Chelsea, you call him. Get out of here.
He was in a cabin. Sign
language shade.
But he's in a cabin-type place. We know that.
If it's on the Newman Ranch, I'm done. I'm like, with all these resources here in Genoa City, what about the coffee shop? We couldn't have taken him to the back of the coffee. Anything.
We didn't even mention Chloe's hair bun.
Oh,
no.
But she's a mom.
I love Chloe so much, but then they put her in that hair bun and then the blouse on top of the blouse.
Oh,
she still wasn't my worst dress.
But she's just still cute, though. No matter what, Chelsea's cute.
But I wonder what her end goal is, too. I mean, she watched the whole, what's happening. She's got to be happy, but then she's also going to know that Victor's behind this.
True.
So... that whole situation, I don't know how the writers are going to write themselves out of this because they're kind of screwed any direction that they want to go. Victor's going to...
Bum, bum, bum. We shall wait and see.
This could be Victor's big downfall.
It could, but he'll bounce back.
Yeah, well...
He has Nikki by his side. Let's see. What else did we miss? Oh, we kind of talked about... Oh, Colin and Jill. Daddy's back in town.
Oh, and is he? Their fun relationship, they're already bickering, but then they're having sex at the same time that they're bickering. I love them.
I love them too, and that's how couples are. You bicker one moment.
Yeah. And I love to see Jill happy and being in that relationship.
Yes, and then Colin being the one person that can kind of tame her or see through her.
Yes.
Everyone else is kind of intimidated by
Jill. He's already calling her
and they let her do whatever, but he's like, girl, no, what's going on? And... he's a little messy, so he sees, obviously, she knows some secret in Genoa City. That's why she's sticking around. I want in on that.
Yeah,
Rather
totally.
than pulling back, he's like, let me help you. What can we do?
But once again, did you see Billy was like, I quit.
Yeah.
Really, Billy? You haven't even gotten past
I'm
week
gonna go
2
stay
on
with
payroll.
Victoria. And then he finds out Victoria's banging Travis. Now I'm going to just disappear. Maybe he's sleeping on his bike.
in the body shop. But this
In the
again,
body
we're
shop.
seeing Billy being a little...
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
I quit.
hashtag be a man, Billy. We already said that.
Right. Because I would say, Mom, get out of the office. You're not welcome here if you want me to run the company.
Yeah, but Billy and Kane got so uncomfortable when they saw Jill and Colin kind of snuggling on the couch at Braston's house.
That was a cute moment. I know that Kane and Billy are going to end up being besties.
Yeah.
They're going to get tattoos together. They're going to go to Mexico for the weekend.
I don't know about tattoos, but...
Wow. But I like that kind of relationship growing as well. I didn't like them at each other's odds. So...
Yeah, they need to work together at some point. I like it.
I'm happy with their bromance. It's like Dylan and Nick. When they have scenes together, they're better being friends. And, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But Billy needs Colin around to kind of keep Jill, from meddling in that whole Phyllis situation. So...
What if Colin turns out to be like a bad guy in all of this?
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Ooh. I like it. I like it.
I think we covered everything.
I think so too.
The only thing is, I loved when Adam told Nick, he needs to learn how to play baseball and go on a job interview. He's a Newman.
Right.
What job interview does he have to go on?
Sit in
He
Grandpa's...
probably already has an office.
Yeah, sit in Grandpa's office and be quiet. Do your sign language. Hey, no
It's
snorting.
so bad because it's so true.
Let's see. Let's wrap up in the chat really quick. Kane and Lily, I need more of them. I agree. Yep, 2 people need more Kane and Lily.
Yeah.
I need more Devon and Hillary and Kane and Lily.
Devon and Hillary, I'm okay with, because I know that there's stuff ahead, so I'm okay with putting them on the back burner for now.
Same. I agree. Yep. Kane has fallen off the show. Hope he comes back. Absolutely. We need more Kane, and we need strong Kane.
Yeah, and
Strong
he's sexy. He's a gentleman. The way he dresses
is.
and talks and...
He is. Well, I think that concludes the storylines for the week. Now it's time to get into some shade.
Yes!
Hey!
Favorite part of the show.
Please stand up, cause I'm Slim Shady, yes, I'm the real Shady. All you other Slim Shadys are just in
All right. Well, as always, I always have a couple of options. I thought Victor was a little shady this week, but I have to give it to Phyllis when she was speaking to Sharon. So Sharon came in, she gave Phyllis a dress to wear, and Phyllis said, let me be clear about something. I don't need the pat on the head for being a good soldier, and we don't need to pretend that we're friends, so let's just keep it real.
Yep.
And then Sharon was like, oh, well, there's the Phyllis we all know.
Yep.
Shade.
Shade, but good shade. Fun
Very
shade.
good shade.
And, God bless Sharon. She's coming around to being one of my favorite characters.
Yeah, she
'Cause for
took
a while
the punch, and she was like, okay, moving forward.
Yes.
Here's your dress.
And she looked good, too. Sharon looked good at the wedding. Yeah.
She did.
I
And
love that
Phyllis,
shade.
was back to her old self.
Yeah.
Not always on the defense.
Yeah.
Shade.
Shade.
Well, that brings us to our best and worst dress for this week.
All right, anytime you have any type of engagement party or wedding party, you know the outfits are going to come out. So we got to see actually some really nice outfits. They put Phyllis in blue a lot this week, and that's, for many reasons. Everybody looked good for the most part, but really who stood out, whose fashion is either hit or miss for me, is Victoria.
Yes.
She wore this pink... and then it's like an off-pink outfit. This picture, she's kind of slumping, which she wasn't.
I saw the pictures when you sent them in. I was like, who's who? What's what? But
yeah, but you can see it, like when she wasn't slumped over. It's so uncharacteristic for Victoria to have some personality and flair. She had fun wearing this. It fits her body well. We know that she's not the most voluptuous on top, but she's very thin, and so I thought this fit perfectly. And it was just different from what was in the room. And it shows that Victoria, she just got some with Travis, and she's wearing it. This
Yeah,
says
she looks
fun.
very womanly.
Totally. Womanly, playful, and like, I'm ready to play, and I'm not going to be put in a package, and I don't need to wear sleeves because some of you women do. Boom!
Bam.
Boom.
Okay, I agree. But where was the steamer? Seriously, I mean, granted, this was probably take 35.
Yeah. Well, this picture wasn't. This picture looked very different to me than what I saw on camera. Camera, I saw it look crisp and cool, and it was great.
Okay.
So
I can get with that.
love it. This must have been taken from like cut.
Right. Take 107.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into best dressed.
No,
I mean, worst dressed.
Oh,
Sorry. You know
worst.
what? Yeah.
Oh God, I almost gave worse again to Chloe for that blouse over a t-shirt or t-shirt over a blouse look with the man bun. But I have to remember she's a mom, and she's kind of taking care of Connor this whole time.
She has a lot going on, yeah.
So she's the live-in nanny. God knows I've worn
For
worse.
no pay.
Yeah, and not even taking care of kids. So worst, I have
How does
to.
she make her money?
Well, she's working now for
Okay.
Chelsea,
You're right,
even
you're
though they're
right.
never at the office.
Okay.
But okay.
All right.
Worst, I hate to do this. Nikki is one of my favorite, and she's always usually on point. She has a very specific body type. She also has the role as the matriarch, so she can't be wearing all these, low-cut, ridiculous outfits. But this week was really missed for me. It's this gray lace, but then the gray material is kind of like this weird kind of sacky burlap. It just looks terrible. And Nikki is voluptuous on top, so there should have been a cut up in the top, or the sleeves need to be taken back. This was a terrible, terrible look. Even on the skinny mini size 0 model, it does not look right. It looks like an Addams Family baptism. It looks like a doily in the Haunted Mansion or a dusty Oreo. Nikki Newman does not dress like this. She's got spunk and fire.
Dusty Oreo.
Look at that. She's got the dusty middle and like the Oreo sides. No.
I agree. The dress is a little bit off, but I love her hair up.
Yeah, the
With
hair
the
looks
little
great.
tendrils on the side. She looks playful but strong at the same time. And it's good to see her neck, because in those suits, you don't
Yep.
see her neck, and there's no collarbone.
That's true. And
I
then
don't
you get to
hate
this,
it.
and look how frumpy it
Yeah,
looks.
it is a
That's
little
not.
frumpy.
That's not Nikki Newman. And literally, she looks like she works on the Haunted Mansion ride. No, not for my Nikki.
Yeah, people in the chat said, I remember my mom texting me about Nikki's dress. Another agrees about Nikki's dress. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it. Well, that brings us to our winners and losers of the week. Since Lucretia's gone, I will take on the winners.
Yes.
I can do the losers.
Well, story of my life. I'll do the losers.
Your fave. So, winner this week is definitely Nick Newman. Not only was he supportive of Summer and made the wedding, like a supportive father should, but we saw him being a brother to Adam. And that was great.
Yeah.
He said that he would take on the role as father in Connor's absence. And he's just a good example of a good father. A good brother, a good family member. Nick has so many hats. He wears them well.
And a gentleman. A gentleman. I love when a man can be a gentleman but still be strong.
Yes.
And he is the epitome of a gentleman. If
we could just get him a good wife, Nick would be complete.
Or just have him
Something.
give him a kid, and then he'll be a great father.
You're right. Well, coming soon.
Coming soon.
Let's get into our losers.
My loser for the week, it has to be Adam Newman. Self-centered, give up, woe is me. You have a family to fight for, and now you're wrapping everybody up. You're wrapping your mom into illegal activity. You're wrapping Chelsea into illegal activity. Even your kid, even if he's not part of it, of him breaking out, he certainly didn't say, okay. He did say, he says, let me call the cops and I'm done with it. But then time went by. He's like, hey, I'm good.
I'm good, yeah.
But even when I said, how do you plea? I'll never condone him beating up that security guard, and the security guard has his own family and in a coma. I'm not saying that he should get away scot-free, but he should have fought for his plea a little bit, because he was insane for that moment.
He was.
You have your family there. He didn't even try. And then him trying to push Chelsea away. Dude, that's the only girl that still puts up with your crap. So he just was not my favorite today. And now we're going to have to go on this whole thing with him and his kidnapping and his breakout. And he's going to have to enroll his family. And no.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
Well, that's our loser of the week.
I'm on fire.
You are on fire. Just throwing shade all over the place. Well, that brings us to our news and gossip.
Love it.
Love it. So, and gossip. All right. Michael Baldwin, a.k.a. Christian LeBlanc, turns 58.
I
58.
cannot believe this. 58 years old.
58 years old.
He looks good. I don't know whose dermatologist is. He looks damn
Right.
good.
His hair is intact. He dresses amazing. Hey, you know, once you get to a certain age,
Yes.
the hair starts to fall. Love it, love it, love it. So
Damn
happy
good for your
birthday
age.
to
And
Christian
handsome
LeBlanc.
and sexy
Very
and so
handsome.
playful. If you look at his Instagram and his Twitter, such fun
You're
behind
right.
the scenes pictures. And he goes to the other actors' events and all that. He's very supportive. He's just really fun.
You can tell he loves his job.
I couldn't have said it better.
Beautiful. Love it.
No.
Happy birthday again. Let's see. All right. Janet Montgomery is cast as Justin Hartley's new love interest.
I wanted to bring this up
But
sooner because you emailed it.
Not
Explain.
on the YNR. So when I first read it, I'm like, wait, what? Somebody else is coming in? No. So remember, he's going to be on a new show called This Is Us.
Yes.
So she was cast as his love interest on the show. Sorry to disappoint.
Oh my God.
There's no other woman coming into his
I
life
thought it
on
was
YNR.
YNR.
No.
Oh.
And so that show will be on Tuesday, September 20th at 10 Central. So watch out for their first appearance together.
That's coming up.
Congrats.
That is coming up.
Well, I guess that brings us to predictions.
Okay.
Some different prediction music.
Yeah. There we go.
Oh, there we go. That's
Now, your AfterBuzz TV.
predictions. All right. Well, my predictions have kind of been spot on week by week.
They, sooner or later they unfold.
Yeah, hopefully.
You're like an oracle of Genoa City.
Can I be an oracle of the lottery numbers?
Oh, please. You and me, girl.
I'll split them with you. I'll split them. I promise.
BS.
No, I won't. So, this week with Mariah and Daniel, I saw something about to unfold. So I think it's a great twist because he wasn't necessarily responsible for Cassie's death, but he was involved.
Yeah.
Because remember, she was the reason why he drove the car, or he was the reason why she drove the car because he was drunk that night. And then ultimately we know what happened to Cassie. She died. So to see them now together with Mariah as Mariah, that's kind of cool.
And to that point, Mariah, even though there's going to be drama and hurt feelings, she needs some spice in her life.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's done with this whole Kevin thing. She knows that she's a losing battle. So I think with that prediction, I think even though it's going to be distraught, she's going to like that. And I saw some flames of love.
I did too, and that whole porn star mustache. Hey.
Yes. All right.
She needs somebody good in her corner. Obviously, Kevin's wishy-washy, unpredictable, can't trust him. Daniel seems a little bit more grounded, comes from, a cool little family.
And he seems like a cool guy. Like, he's somebody that I would want to, go hang out with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could just see them at the coffee house,
Totally.
hanging out.
Oh, no, I could see him at Travis's bar.
True. Is he going to pay his bill? Or is that on the house?
He'll be the only one. I feel bad whoever took over Travis's bar. They're like, really?
No customers. Our one customer,
Yeah.
she's on the boat with you. All right, what you got? Predictions.
Okay, I'm going to focus on the Luca story. I think it's come to a bubble, and I think where other storylines, the writers have to write themselves out of the corners that they've gotten into, like Adam, now we have this new situation because they didn't know what to do with the storyline. Luca, they don't have to have that loyalty because Luca hasn't been a part of the story for, he's come in and out, but he's not as an important figure. So I think there's going to be a standoff. He's going to do something bad with Summer, like kidnap her or something. I think something big is going to happen where he's just going to be gone, whether he runs off and leaves it all.
But what about the whole thing with his father coming back into town? You think that's out?
I don't know. That's so weird because I thought he was supposed to have been on the this week's episode, and there was none of that. So I think Luca's gonna either be offed, somebody's gonna shoot him, Dylan's gonna come in and shoot him, or something. But I think that storyline's just gonna be shut down. I think Summer, because we know as an actress she has other stuff to do, she's gonna go. She's gonna go hang out with her brothers, and I think that storyline's come to an end.
Womp womp.
Yeah.
Well, let's stay tuned to see what happens with that. I think we're out of here.
Are we? Thank you again to all of the listeners and the viewers. Oh, I did have one viewer comment that I wanted to bring up.
That's
you know how
great.
we've been hearing a lot or seeing a lot of the outside scenes?
Yeah.
So Julie Butzinger from Rhode Island says that, because I guess she's a big soap opera fan from all of them. And when a soap opera was about to like shut down, they would start filming a lot of outside scenes because it is cheaper, especially for daytime. So she's
That's a good
nervous
point.
that budget cuts. I looked at it though. We have a lot of new sets, and we know that they're at CBS Studios on Fairfax. They can only have a set number of space, and we've been seeing all of these new sets from Summer's apartment to more office
pool
space
scene,
to pool scenes,
The park.
everything. So I'm hoping it's just they had to move outside because they don't have available set space. I hope it's not an indication of budget cuts.
No.
But thank you, Julie, for that comment and all of our comments.
We love all of our comments. You
fun.
guys are literally hilarious in this chat.
Yeah, and you
I
guys
love
can be
it.
shady where we can't like be that shady.
Right. And I can read it and say exactly what we may or may not have been thinking. Like we said, as always, like us on Facebook, YouTube, iTunes. Give us 5 stars, please. And keep the comments rolling in because we love them.
Totally.
Well, that's all for AfterBuzz TV Restless Wrap Up this week. Stay tuned for the bold breakdown and see you later. Oh,
No bold
sorry.
breakdown. Oh, we have to
Side note,
give
no bold breakdown.
our handles, by the way.
Oh, we do. Alex, tell everybody where they can find you.
Alexander Rodriguez, when I'm not in Genoa City, you can find me at Twitter and Instagram at On The Rocks On Air and OnTheRocksRadioShow.com.
And as you know, I'm Kiera Giavanni, and you can find me on all social media at Kiera Giavanni.
See you next week.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz ya later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.